It looks like it's recording at the top. I don't know.
Is it?
Well, no, it says it, but it's at the
Yeah, it's recording. It says it's recording. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, let me see. Is there anything else I need to do? It's recording naturally. Okay, great. Well, I'm Zoraida Morales, and I'm so happy you guys are here. And before we begin, if you like, drop your name and where you're tuning in from, because I'll be monitoring the chat to keep an eye on everything. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to put a link in the chat because this is going to be an interactive session. Okay, so there it is. So, okay, perfect. It's there. So before we begin, like I said, I just put a link in the chat. You showed up at the perfect moment because your energy is telling you that it's time. So today, we're going to talk about micro habits, small, repeatable actions that create alignment, clarity, and momentum. Not more pressure, not more work, just these small shifts that are going to change how you show up for yourself. So before we talk about energy, I love for us to feel ours. Let's put our feet on the floor. Let's unclench that jaw. Let's drop our shoulders. And let's do a breath work. I'm choosing the 4-2-6 breath work. We're going to inhale for 4, hold for 2, and we're going to exhale for 6. The magic is in the exhalation. So feel free to sigh it out or just to push it out. Okay, we're going to do 3. Let's begin. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. Last one. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. This breath work is your reset button. It brings your mind, it brings your body, it brings your soul into the same room. And this is something you can do every day, all day. Does anyone want to share how that felt for them? Did you feel a shift?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I feel so much more relaxed and so much more centered. Yeah. So
Great.
Thank you.
That's good to hear because what I want to teach is things that you can just do in less than 5 minutes. So I'm happy to hear that. So we're going to start with a quick energy archetype quiz. I'm going to drop the quiz in the chat again. And it's 10 questions. So I want you to click on the link. It's 10 simple questions. It's going to ask you about your mind, body, spirit, and strength. Don't overthink the questions. Choose the first answer that comes to your mind because your first instinct is usually the most honest one. Now, when you get your result, take a snapshot because you're going to need it for the live demo that we're about to do. But you're also going to get the email in the next few minutes. So when we're finished with this, you're going to get an email with micro habits according to each pillar. So I'm going to give you 2 or 3 minutes to do this little quiz, and there's no right or wrong results. Okay? And if anyone would love to share their results, put it in the chat, and we're going to use that and ask AI to give us micro habits according to your energy. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'll give you a few minutes. Let me see if I could play something that can inspire you while we wait. And then in the meantime, I'm going to set up AI so that we can ask it questions. Chat. Okay. We get AI ready. Okay. AI is ready. Okay, so does anyone want to put their information in the chat? It's maybe too loud. Okay. Do you all need more time? And this is interactive, so speak, let's go ahead and speak whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I just finished mine, so.
Okay. Would you like to share, Reginald? You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be
Sure.
great.
What am I sharing now?
So you're
I
going
took
to
my picture.
share your energy archetype percentages. You get to choose which pillar you want to elevate. You want to elevate your mind, your body, your soul, or your strength. And so you can put the information in the chat, and then we're going to ask Copilot to give you 2 micro habits that you can use to elevate those pillars.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
So I took a screenshot of each section. So which do you need the 4 percentages? Is that the main thing that you need us to share?
You're going to share the pillar and the percentage.
The pillar and the percentage. Okay, I'll find
And then
that.
you're going to decide which pillar you want to elevate, and then give me a reason why, so I can ask Copilot. Because the more information that we give Copilot, the better answer we're going to get, the better result we're going to get.
So one of the pillars.
So you get to choose the pillar that you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So whoever's in, body. Okay. So we're going to start with you. You've got the body. Would you also, Reginald, tell us why you want to elevate that pillar, body pillar, 30%? Because then I'm gonna put that in Copilot and it's going to give us that micro habit.
Yeah, for me, it's just wanting to stay healthy. So I'm relatively healthy. So, but I know if you don't use it, you lose it. So,
Yeah,
so
isn't
just
that
to
right?
stay healthy. Yeah.
Okay, so you, Reginald, you scored 30% in body energy. And
That high, low, what's the it's just
there's no
okay, just
judgment
a number.
here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because you want to, you know what? I'm going to see if I can share my screen because you want to, because you want to be healthier. Is that what you said?
Yeah, just stay healthy. So I guess
You want
that's the
to,
thing.
okay,
So I
to
think AI
stay,
is helping a lot with that these days. They're coming up
healthy.
with all kinds of stuff to extend our life. So extend a healthy life, not one where you're broken down.
Okay, all right. Give us 2 micro habits Reginald can do in
2 micro
5.
habits. And
Mm-hmm.
what's a micro habit? So just something that I do daily is I walk a lot. So walking, meditating.
Well, you know what? Copilot is going to give us the micro habits.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. All right. So I put it in Copilot. I put Reginald scored 30% in body energy because he wants to stay healthy. Give us 2 micro habits Reginald can do in less than 5 minutes. Let me see if I can get this to speak where you can hear it.
Here you go, Zorida. Clean, grounded, 2 micro habit for Reginald.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Here you go, Zoraida. Clean, grounded, 2 micro habits for Reginald, based exactly on what you asked and aligned with your script's tone. Oh, next, high 2 5-minute micro habits for Reginald, 30% body energy. Reason? The 2-minute body check-in. What to do? Sit or stand tall. Place one hand on your chest, one on your stomach. Ask, what does my body need right now? Notice one signal: tension, thirst, fatigue, tightness. Respond with one tiny action. Sip water, stretch your neck, roll your shoulders. Why it works? It reconnects Reginald to his physical cues and prevents small neglect from becoming big problems. 2, the 5-breath reset walk. What to do? Stand up and take 10 slow steps. With each step, inhale for 4, exhale for 6.
Mhm.
Keep your shoulders dropped and jaw unclenched. At the end, say quietly, I'm choosing health today. Why it works? It boosts circulation, lowers stress, and reinforces the identity of someone who takes care of their body, all in under 2 minutes. If you want, I can format these into a demo script for your live session, a slide.
Did everyone hear that?
Yeah.
What do you think, Reginald?
No, I know that those what it said. I know that it works because it's something that I've taught in maybe different ways, but I know that they're very powerful.
Okay, so you got 2 micro habits, right?
Hmm.
The
I
first
like
one
that
was,
micro habit too.
yeah, standing
Yeah.
tall, right? Placing one hand on your heart and one on your stomach, and just taking that, what? Okay, I'm having a brain fog, but just having that little vision of, okay, so what does my body need right now, right? It's your moment where you're just being, where you're getting the answers. And it's connecting you to the physical cues. It's preventing all that, those small little neglects that become big problems. And then the second one was that 5-breath reset walk. You stand up, you take 10 slow steps, in which each step you inhale for 4, and you exhale for 6. Keep your shoulders down, you unclench that jaw, and you say, I am choosing health today. Yeah.
Got it.
Perfect. And
Awesome.
so
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're going to also get an email, and if you don't see it immediately in your inbox, please look at your spam, but you're going to get emails for the next 2 or 3 days with micro habits, and it's going to give you a little bit more on each energy pillar. Because here's the thing, being is what worked for me. You know, while I was taking chemo for 13 years, I couldn't change my diagnosis, but I could change how I thought about it. I could change how I can find joy in my heart, how I can find hope in my heart. Being is changed everything for me. So I can't wait to hear what you're all going to walk away with, because
It's interesting. I looked at mine. I got 80% for strength. I got 10% for body and 10% for soul, and then 0 for mind. And I'm like, what? Yeah, so that were my results there.
And look, the strength is you can always build on the strength, but you could build on the body. You can build on the
Yes.
mind.
Mm.
And you're going to
Exactly.
see, Kathy, your energy is going to change every week. Hell, it could even change every day. You know that, Angeline.
Yes.
And it could change multiple times. I mean, I do this once a week, and I did it yesterday night because I wanted to ensure where I was coming from. But also, if no one's volunteered, I was going to say, okay, we're going to use my profile. But it changes. It changes according to the dreams that we're having. It changes according to what we have going on in the world. And so you can do this every week. And every week, it's those little micro habits that make such a big impact. Because, you know, we're not trying to leap. We're just trying to make those small little changes, and those small little changes are going to give us such huge rewards. So,
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
does anybody else have anything they want to share? Okay. All right. So
I'm just wondering why mind would get 0 and strength would get 80%. But I'm like, I guess I don't know. I'm using my mind too much. Maybe I'm just like, yeah, flattened. Yeah.
Maybe. The fact that you have 80% in your strength, it's a good thing. It
Yeah.
means
We'll
that
see.
you're very strong in that pillar. You can always elevate it, but you can always go back and say, okay, I have 0 or 10% in mind. What am I missing?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now. It was just interesting, because I don't feel very strong at the moment. But there you go. I must be.
Yeah. So different archetypes, but the same truth, right? Because we're not trying to do this full life overhaul. We just need one honest step. All right.
Yeah.
So let's do a guided activity, right? You don't need AI installed for this part. You'll receive your personalized micro habits by email after the workshop. But right now, we can focus on the why behind the shifts. Mind, body, soul, strength. Write this somewhere. I devote myself to blank, blank, blank because blank. Again, I devote myself to blank because blank. Fill in the gap. This is your anchor. This is the part that makes the micro habit meaningful when you receive it. If you feel comfortable sharing in the chat, you're welcome to. It's completely optional. And if you feel comfortable sharing verbally, go ahead.
I just said I devote myself to peace because peace is non-negotiable.
Yeah. I love that you said that because peace is one of my favorite words. Peace, and tell me how you feel about this, Tanisha, but peace is here, right? It doesn't involve anyone or anything. It's
Absolutely.
right here. And so how do you bring yourself back to center? And I had to learn how to do that when my nervous system went out of whack because I was taking chemo, because I had two small children. I wanted to live. I wanted to learn how to live a life of joy. And how was I going to do that? So for 2 years, let me give you a little backstory. For 2 years, I asked Spirit to tell me what my purpose was. And so I kept Googling it. What do I need? How can I help the world? And what does the world need? Right? And how can I help myself? And what I got out of that, asking myself the question was, I want peace, I want love, and I want joy all day and every day. Because I saw myself in a coffin.
Mm.
So I had to look backwards. How did I want to live? What am I hungry for? What do I need that I don't have, and how do I get it? And that answer came to me with the peace, love, and joy. And it seems so simple, but it took me 2 years to answer. So I got to tell you, you're right on time. This is not, there's no, there's no time when this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And that did it for me. These micro habits, oh, I did it for me. And I'm hoping that I know they will do something for you.
Can I share what I wrote? Is that okay?
Oh,
I
yes.
wrote,
I'd love for you to share.
I devote myself to being authentic because it's so important to be true to ourselves.
Yes. Yes. You know, when we follow our heart, Kathy, can't go wrong.
No.
Like I made the heart the leader and the mind and ego to follow and support. That's not how I was brought up. I was born in a fight or flight culture. I was born into generational poverty and generational trauma. While taking chemo, I had to shift. I had to do things differently. Again, it went back to how do I want to live? So I made the heart the leader. And ever since I've done that and followed my heart, it's led me right here. I used to be a finance person. I was a project manager. I did not want to be a coach. I did not think about being an author, a speaker. That wasn't in my radar. But because I kept following my heart and my joy, and one of my joys is doing workshops. I love teaching people. It takes me to a different level. It takes me to my purpose. It takes me to where I'm supposed to be. So you're on the right track.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just that I find that, a lot of people are fake these days. I don't know, they don't, well, I guess, you've got to be brave to be yourself. Like, not everyone's ready to show their true self, and you have to be careful. You have to be a bit guarded, I guess. But I just find with the younger generation, they're wired differently. A lot of them they're a little bit narcissistic. Some of them, not all, but they're And then I spent 8.5 years living in Japan, and in Japan they had the saying that the nail stands up gets hammered down. That's changing now, but that was the old way.
Yeah.
And so I spent my formative years in Japan. So I was in my 20s, all of my 20s in Japan. And I came back to Australia, major reverse culture shock. But now I'm just finding the younger generation, it's like some of them I'm just like, whoa, where, they're just the way they talk to you and and a lot of them are so negative about everything. And I'm just like, well, where's the positivity? Why have they become like this? I don't know.
Hmm.
So busy doom scrolling.
Yeah,
Well,
probably. Yeah, it's probably
well,
all that, I'd say.
I got to
Yeah.
tell you, there's a lot of reasons why, right? I have two
Mm,
20-year-olds, men.
yeah.
And I try to remember that they were born at a time where their parents went through 9/11.
Mm,
They've experienced a lot.
true. Yeah.
And so the social aspect that we learned, and I say that as a
Yes.
woman in my 60s, the
Mm,
social aspects we learned are, are so elevated than the ones they're learning because remember they went to school and it was COVID. So everything they
yes,
did
true.
was online.
Mm.
We
Yeah, I
didn't
had to
grow up
teach
with
that
that.
way. Mm,
We
mm.
grew up, you went outside, you sat in the stoop, you talked to your friends.
Yes.
You went
Yeah.
outside, you didn't come back until it was dark. Nobody
Yeah,
was
yeah,
calling
exactly.
you,
Mm,
nobody was texting you. It's a different world, right?
yes.
And then, we also, as parents or just older adults, we've seen so much. So we've had the opportunity to put them in places and things where they didn't experience what we experienced. My kids did not experience what I experienced living in the South Bronx of New York City in the 60s. My kids grew up in
Mm,
the South. My kids grew up in suburbia, New Jersey.
yeah.
Whole different world
Yeah, totally different world. I
because
know. The world is very different. Yeah.
I was a finance manager. So, a lot of it comes from what a lot of it comes from the traumas and the limiting beliefs that we have, and then also the gifts that we had that we were able to
Mhm.
bestow on them. And then they went through, what was it, 2008, 9/11, they went through COVID. They've gone through their own crap. I can empathize.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
empathize.
Well, see, COVID changed everything, didn't it? I'm a teacher and I had to go through all that and make up all those lessons online and it was a nightmare. But and it's really changed. Teaching is so different now.
I can
And
imagine.
yeah, and I don't know, something's gone wrong along the way, and we need to bring it back. And it's interesting that in Sweden now, they've actually decided to go back to the old school with books and textbooks and pen and paper. There's still, obviously, you need to use technology because kids need to be tech savvy, but they've realized that there's too much screen time, too much
Yeah.
reliance on computers,
Yeah.
etc. It's stifling creativity because
It has.
yeah.
It has.
Mm.
It's one of the drawbacks of that generation. And yeah,
Mm.
that's a whole large story. And I admire you, Kathy, for teaching many
Yeah.
years. And I could see you now teaching in so many other ways.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. So I've just got to work out what to do and how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So does anybody have any other um, information they want to share? I know Kathy had 80% strength, 10% body. Kathy, you'll see that the emails are going to give you information on how to increase that mind, right? So
Mm.
if your 10% is mind, I'm thinking that you may be a little bit of an overthinker.
Oh, it's actually zero. So I'm thinking I must be a big overthinker then. It's zero. It's like, how do you get zero? Seriously. I use my mind every day, right? Yeah.
So,
Mm.
okay, so yeah, so there may be ways that you can strengthen um, the mind,
Mm.
um, strengthen the body. You're going to see a lot of information there, and then you get
Mm.
to choose because this isn't about judgment. This is about
Yeah. Yeah.
where you want to elevate. Because I wanted to make sure that this quiz was meeting you where you're at.
Mm.
And so
Yeah.
once you get that information, you'll be able to dig deeper.
Mm.
Dacia, what are you thinking? You're nodding your head.
Well, I mean, because I was looking at mine and I was like, I mean, it's pretty even because I had 20 in mind, soul, and strength, and I had 40 in body. So I was like, I guess, we could use a little work in all those areas.
Yes.
Mm.
And that this is what I love about this quiz. You can work on any pillar or all three of the pillars. You're going to get micro habits on all of them. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Because again, it's those little things. And then here's what I do to solidify my micro habits. I put them on my calendar. Because if you don't put it on your calendar, it doesn't happen. Unless you schedule yourself, it will not happen. So put it on your calendar, 10 minutes, 8 o'clock in the morning, and, Stacia time. Stacia's going to work on mind, body, spirit, strength. Copy that information, copy that micro habit into that calendar entry. So every time you click on it, there it is. You don't have to look any further. You don't have to look for paper. It's right there. It's you telling Stacia, little 6-year-old Stacia, I matter. I deserve to put myself on the calendar because you're spending your whole day, I'm sure, giving to everyone else, giving to the world, giving to family members, giving to your job. It's a great way to center yourself and to tell the world that you matter. So at the start, I told you were going to work away with 3 things: a simple energy reset, a clarity check, and 1 alignment micro habit. And you now have